Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today we're doing my mid-month haul for June. I'm sitting really close to the camera compared to usual because back here, where you can't see, is a cat who is sitting directly behind me. I've tried to move him for the last 20 minutes and he won't. So I can't keep putting this off, so we're just gonna do this and I have some tea to make me feel better about it. But this month I don't have a huge selection here for the middle of the month. A lot of the books that I've been ordering lately have been non-fiction, so I have a non-fiction haul coming soon, or they're ones that are coming from Better World Books or pre-orders, so I'm probably gonna have a big haul in July, I'd say, but maybe even at the end of this month. But at the moment I don't really have that many. I have a few, but in comparison to usual, not that many. So I got these from 4 different places, and we'll just start with the well-read pick for the month. This is Rodham by Curtis Sittenfeld. This is about what would happen if Hillary had never married Bill Clinton. I have heard interesting things about this one in the little reading notes that they give you. It says, "Will you ever look at a saxophone the same way? But seriously, what did you make of the sax in this book?" Which makes me think it's gonna be weird. I don't really know that much about Hillary Clinton's life before all of this stuff, so I'm kind of just going into this blind. So it should be an interesting read. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm hoping to pick this one up before the end of the month. Hopefully before the July pick arrives, but we'll see how we go with that one. It's very difficult having Percy here because usually, I'd be sitting more that way and I'd have more room, but I don't. Okay, I also made an order with the Book Grocer, which is, I still don't know if this is Australia-wide or just Victoria, but they do that sort of kind of like all books are $5, all books are $10. They always are closing down, as in like they always say it's a closing down sale. But yes, I got a couple of fiction books from them, and then some poetry and also some non-fiction, which I'll obviously be talking about in that non-fiction haul. Yes, I've actually read 2 of these. I read the 2 poetry ones that I got. So I got To Drink Coffee with a Ghost by Amanda Lovelace. I kind of have a mixed reaction to Amanda Lovelace's poetry. I loved The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and I quite enjoyed the first one in this series that the name escapes me right now. But yeah, some of the others, nah, not so much. To Make Monsters Out of Girls is the first one. This one is a lot about her grief for her mother. On the back, the quote is, "You cannot have a funeral for your mother without also having a funeral for yourself." And I really connected to those poems. Definitely had a different relationship with my mum than Amanda Lovelace did, but I still appreciate that kind of poetry about, I guess, yeah, grieving for your mother. So yes, I actually quite enjoyed that one. And then I also have I Love a Broad Margin to My Life by Maxine Hong Kingston. Again, quite enjoyed this one. I read The Woman Warrior last month and it was alright. But I ended up enjoying this one a little bit more. This is kind of like a poetry memoir where it's like there's multiple poems in here, but they're all long and they don't start on new pages. But it was, yeah, it was really enjoyable and I liked it. So yes, I have those ones. And then I got 2 fiction, both historical technically. The one that's kind of like technically is Purple Hearts by Michael Grant. And this is the 3rd book in the Soldier Girls series, which I've really enjoyed. And yes, so this will be the final book, and that's why I grabbed it, because it was like $5 and I wanted to finish off the series, and I find it easier if I have the physical book. Yes, I've heard some not so great things about Michael Grant lately. So I'm going to finish off this series, and I never really had any interest in any of his other books. But yeah, I'm going to finish this series off because I just bought it. And I was really excited to see this one because I was going to order this one and it was going to be like $22. And then, yeah, I saw it for, I think it was like $8. And this is the 6 Tudor Queens series, and this is the first one, which is Catherine of Aragon by Alison Weir. Following 6, the musical, which I was supposed to go and see in May, but got cancelled. I just wanted a book about the different women. I was looking for a non-fiction one, but I couldn't find anything really that had good reviews and kind of sounded interesting to me. I think Alison Weir has a non-fiction one that's kind of like about all of them. The 6 Wives of Henry VIII, maybe? But yes, I want to give this a go and see how I like it. And I believe she's up to Cat Howard, I think is the one that she has published most recently. But yes, this is also somehow a Waterstones limited edition, so I don't know how Bookrosa managed to get it, but yeah, awesome. Yeah, and it's got a little bit of a bend on the back, but hey, it's exciting. It was the cover I wanted, and yeah, it was in my cart on another website, and I saw it and I was like, I am grabbing that. Next up, I made an order with QBD. They were having a sale? They were having a sale, but I don't know if I bought these in the sale. I just really wanted these 2 books, so I bought them. And they're both by Tiffany D. Jackson. We have Monday's Not Coming and Allegedly. So I've actually read Monday's Not Coming, and I technically own it, but it's still in the US with the people I was staying with, and I don't know that I'm ever gonna get it. So I just went ahead and grabbed it because I really wanted to reread it and then read Allegedly, and then read Let Me Hear a Rhyme, which I bought last year, and just like marathon Tiffany D. Jackson. So yes, super excited. I'm gonna reread Monday's Not Coming because I read it in 2018 and it's been a while. But super excited for those. And then I made an order with one of my favourite new bookshops, which is the bookshop at Queenscliff. And I made this order while I was waiting to hear back about another book that they were going to get in for me, and I was like, oh, it's going to be another week, I'll just order these ones now, please and thank you. So I got Confession with Blue Horses by Sophie Hardash. this is about East Berlin and these two siblings, Toby and Ella, who are living there, and then it follows them later on when they're living in London as adults. And then at the same time, there's a man called Aaron who's working for the Stasi archive, going through old files and like putting them back together. And he comes across their file. One of my favourite books of all time is Stasiland by Anna Funder, which is a non-fiction book looking at East Berlin. I studied that back in year 12 and I have been waiting and like searching ever since. How long ago did I graduate high school? 6 years? I've been waiting 6 years to find something that talks about East Berlin, because I think it's a really interesting time period, and this is the first one that I found that has grabbed my attention. I really love reading books about adults looking back on their childhood, especially that kind of like looking back at your childhood as an adult and kind of realizing all the things that you didn't understand back then and trying to kind of piece together everything that happened. I think that's a really interesting narrative style. So excited for that one. And then finally I picked up We Contain Multitudes. I forgot how to say that word for a second. By Sarah Henstra. This is a LGBTQ plus, and it's about these two boys in high school who, I think their English project is they have to write letters to each other. One of them is I think one of them is like a popular jock. Yeah, so football player and a Walt Whitman fan, and then eventually, yeah, I guess they're gonna fall in love, and yeah, it's told completely, I don't know how to, in letters, which is another narrative style I really enjoy. So excited to give that one a go, and I'm hoping to read it this month for Pride Month, but we will see how I fit it in with everything else I want to read. And yeah, that's the haul for the middle of the month. Owl those on my shoulders. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Probably gonna film one today, so you might get used to this jumper, but it's a cool jumper. You can't really see it, but I also can't stand up. But it says Pemberley is calling and I must go. I forgot what my own shirt said. Go me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple of days' time. Bye.